Hey guys, it's Jessica here at the Yak Shack in Pelham, Alabama. I'm so excited to give you a first look at the brand new 2023 Feelfree Dorado. If you've seen our previous videos, you know that I primarily fish out of a Dorado, so I was really excited to see some of the enhancements that they made to this model. Let's take a look at some of those new features. At the front of the boat, the bow is slightly lifted for improved water displacement. This really helps when you're fishing out in the ocean. You may notice that they removed the nav lights in this edition. That's totally okay. You can always add those later on your own, but they are not included on the version 2. The front lid has a rubber seal to keep this waterproof, which really helps protect your motor drive and auxiliary feed. Just like the first version, the hull is already wired with your auxiliary and motor drive to the back of the battery box, so you don't have to worry about doing any wiring yourself. Now, one thing that they did do on this model versus the previous model is they changed the adjustable transducer mount so that it's on the outside instead of the inside. Originally, you used to have to open the lid, reach through the hole to adjust and lower your transducer. Now, all you have to do is pull the cord out of the cleat, drop the transducer, and now it's lowered. To raise it up, just pull that cord back and lock it into the cleat, just like you do the rudder. Closing the lid, pedals are still the same, and you also still have the 4 internal LEDs. One of my favorite new features is the cam lock on the track mount for the gravity seat. In the first version, you would notice that the bottom of the seat was latched down by 2 small straps, and if you leaned back, you would pop those straps. Now, because of the cam lock, it really helps you to prevent leaning back and snapping that seat back. We've all been there. The 8-ball steering is also improved on this edition. And in the back, the battery box is also a little bit improved. You still have your 12-volt and your 2 USB ports. You still have 2 LED lights on the battery box. But when you open the battery box, it's slightly bigger. So you can fit about a 10.5-inch wide or tall by 9.5-inch wide battery. The feeds that are in the battery box are for a lead acid battery. What we typically do at the Yak Shack is cut these feeds and resplice them to fit a lithium battery. Moving to the back of the battery box, you will see the cords are now from the external part of the battery box, which fit into the positive and negatives that are already through hole wired for your motor drive and auxiliary feeds. Another really neat component to this new battery box is the handle, which allows you to easily lift and pop the battery box out of the boat. One of my things about loading and unloading the Dorado is that the battery can be really heavy, so being able to lift it before you load and unload your kayak makes this really more efficient. Underneath the battery box is a drain plug as well, so you won't have water in that battery area. Lower this back in there. It fits pretty snug in there, locks down. And the last piece is you have your 2 handles for loading and unloading the Dorado. In the first version, a lot of us would pick the Dorado up from the back. Now you have these handles, which makes it a lot easier to load and unload. They did remove the back running light, but that again is something that you could add if you wanted to additionally later on. So there you have it, the 2023 Feelfree Dorado. You can order this boat by going to theyakshack.com or give us a call at 205-767-3201 for more information.